nails, one lap close. Feel the thunder roll, the clay's flying, engines rolling full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm getting ready for a little ARCA Clay Clash as these guys are out on the track putting in some laps here tonight in practice. Right now it is going to be Remington James at the top of the charts, Landon Moody second, Tyler Batten in third, Lovelace in fourth, Ethan Bill in fifth. Your top five here in practice as we get ready for qualifying here tonight. It is going to be a wild one here tonight. Landon Moody got taken out by a lap car last week, losing a ton of points. Ethan Bowers taking the win. Both drivers tied at 4 wins apiece in the series as we roll into week number 9. This is going to be a close points battle. We do get 3 drop weeks, so it's going to break it down to, 8 weeks worth of racing. These guys have to be absolutely perfect the rest of the season. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know out in the chat as we get ready for tonight's event. It looks like we got 11, maybe 12 cars out there tonight. Huset's a small track. And we're going to see how everything pans out tonight. Might be a good thing that we have a low car count. Looks like 12 now in the session. Good I rating, people. Remington James still at the top of the charts as practice is going to end in about 1 minute here, and we are going to head into qualifying. These guys are going to get 3 laps for qualifying here tonight. Ooh, they're starting to find a little bit of pace here. Lovelace in the 00. Right now, the times are slowing down a little bit. The track is getting slicker as they put more laps on this track. It's going to be really interesting to see how turn number 1 and 2 develops. That's going to be our trouble point for tonight, I'm sure. Definitely the most difficult corner. Definitely the most difficult corner on this track is going to be turns number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, Tyler looking pretty good in the number 24. We could have a little bit of competition up here at the front of the pack. We got Eric Ziegel has joined the session. He is 3122 I rating. Knows what he's doing on dirt. Solid I rating. As that is going to be the end of practice, we're going to get into qualifying here tonight as these guys set to take the track. Remember, guys, you have 3 laps. 3 laps for qualifying, 3 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and set this up at quick time as these guys pull out on the track. It is going to be Zach Lovelace, one of the regulars, taking the track first here tonight. Shane Haas pulling out. Keelan Tate, Britton Cook, Eric Ziegel, all pulling out on the track. What's up, Kenny? All right, let's see what kind of lap time Zach Lovelace can put down. He was solid in practice. You can hear these guys absolutely pedaling it through the corners. They're not just hammered down. You're going to hear a lot of throttle control tonight as Zach Lovelace sets the bar with a 14.460 currently at the top of the charts. Looks like Remington James going to come out. He was the quickest in practice. Can he follow through in qualifying here tonight, or will he choke? These guys don't have a lot of time to qualify. Only 3 minutes, 3 laps. So they have to take advantage and jump out when they can. Landon Moody has jumped out on the track. Let's see if Remington James can take the quick time. Eric Ziegel takes the top time right now with a 14.403. Here comes Remington James across the line. Quick time with a 14.321 for Remington James. Here comes Landon Moody out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Where's he going to put it? As he goes second quick with a 14.323 for Landon Moody. Let's see if he's able to pick up the pace any here on lap number 2. Looks like Remington James is back out on the track. Moody coming to complete lap number 2. Ethan Bowers on the track. He's going to go up to the number... Oh, he hasn't popped up on the chart yet. As Moody comes across the line to complete lap number 3, not able to pick up the pace. Here comes Remington James. Will he make it a little bit quicker? As he does with a 14.290 for Remington James. Lovelace out on the, Ethan Bowers out on the track, currently 4th quickest. Let's see what he is able to do. As he comes out of turn number 2, can he pick up that time and move himself up in the lineup? Tell you what, the top of the board it's pretty close up there. As Bowers completes his lap, he does pick up the pace and moves up to the number 3 spot with a 14.390. All right, looks like everybody has put laps down. We're going to jump into qualifying here tonight. It'll probably split them up into 2 heats. There's 12 cars, so there should be 6 cars a heat. Nope, just 1. All right, guys, only 1 heat tonight. All right, just a friendly reminder. Initial start is on... Oh, sorry. All starts are on leader. All starts on leader. If you have not been here before, the biggest thing we worry about is chat. If you have a problem with somebody, have 0 problem with you mic it up and tell them they're a fucking moron. But if you keep it going after that, that is the easiest way to get removed from this session. Obviously, no straight line, and there will be no cautions in the heat race. There will be cautions in the feature. Everybody's going to make it here tonight, so this is just for position. If you are new here, there are a couple guys out there going for points. So be aware of who you're racing around. Landon Moody and Ethan Bowers at the top of the boards. Lovelace not too far behind, and Remington pretty solid too. So make sure you guys keep an eye on some of these guys fighting for points that are out here on the track tonight. Be respectful, have fun. And Hunter McManus says Ethan Bowers is slow.
Damn right, soldier.
He said, damn right, soldier. All right, we are going to look for the green flag.
I need to strike the flick off.
As they come down the front straightaway, they're going to get that one to go this time by. Let me go through the starting lineup. On the pole, it is going to be Remington James, Landon Moody to his outside, Ethan Bowers starting in on the inside of row number 2, Zach Lovelace in 4th. Going to be Eric Ziegel in the number 5 spot, Tyler Batten in 6th, Britton Cook, in the number 7 spot. Shane Haas in 8th. Kenny Storks in 9th. Keelan Tate in 10th. Jonathan Burt 11th. And Clint Sheehan in that number 12 spot as they come out of turn number 4. Looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Yeah, right? We got to get you out here sometime, Mayo. Down into turn number 1 and 2 is going to be Remington James leading the way. Battle's going to be for second. Those are our points leaders right there, side by side. Points are given in the heat races. It is 1 point per position difference in the heat race as Bowers tries to move his way up. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, going to be Remington James leading the way as they head down into 1 and 2. Clint's going to be out. Did Jonathan miss the start? Jonathan must have missed the start. This is the only one tonight. Only one tonight. That 97, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. as Remington continues to lead, but Landon Moody trying to chase him down. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 4 laps complete when they hit the line. 4 laps to go. Starry, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Clint already done junked it. Yes, he did. Remington trying to hold on and not give Moody those points. He already took the qualifying points away. He is going to try not to give him the win points in the heat race as they come out of turn number 4. Right? He couldn't see. Parker, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Up front is going to be Remington James leading the way. Landon Moody in second trying to chase him down. Ethan Bowers in that number 3 spot. Looks like he might be struggling a little bit today. Looking for that track to slicken out as they get 2 laps to go. Moody is closing the gap on Remington. Dalton, thank you for the follow. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 3 and 4 lap traffic up ahead. White flag is out. One more lap for Remington James. Can he hold on to that number 1 position? Moody's going to move to the bottom of 1 and 2. Looking for the lead down the back straightaway. Can't quite get there as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side, Remington on the gas. Don't over throttle it. Remington takes the win. And he raced number 1. Landon Moody second. Ethan Bowers, Eric Ziegel, Tyler Batten, Britton Cook, Lovelace, Shane Haas, Keelan Tate, Kenny Storkson, Jonathan Burt, and Clint Sheehan are your field. It is iRacing, by the way, that 97. I just noticed you asked. iRacing. Parker, thank you for the follow. I think I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. As we are going right into the feature here tonight, it is going to be 50 laps for tonight's main event. Let's go ahead and get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 36 machine, it's going to be Remington James. Outside of him in the number 84, it's going to be Landon Moody. Starting inside row number 2 in the 00B, it's going to be second place in points, Ethan Bowers. Starting outside of him in the number 5 machine, it's going to be Eric Ziegel. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 24 machine, it's going to be Tyler Batten. Outside of him in the number 11, it is going to be Britton Cook. Starting inside row number 4 in the blue and white, number 00, it's going to be Zach Lovelace. Outside of him in the 098, it's going to be Shane Haas. Starting inside row number 5 in the 115, it's going to be Keelan Tate. Outside of him in the number 54, it's going to be Kenny Storkson. Yeah, I got a bunch of tracks on here that are like 15 minutes from here too. Starting inside row number 6 in the number 6 machine, it's going to be Jonathan Burt. Outside of him in the number 69, it's going to be Clint Sheehan. 12 cars, 50 laps here tonight at Huset. Austin Smith, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As these guys roll out of turn number 2, looking for that green flag. This time by David Mayo says, go Clint Sheehan. Streamy, it is iRacing. It's first 24 guys to get in the open hosted. ARCA Clay Clash is what it's labeled. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Remington's going to lead the way, but he's got Moody up underneath them. Moody's going to drop back in line. Streamy, thank you for the follow as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Now, Clint, don't step on it as we got the 24 having a little bit of an issue there. He's going to hold on to it as they roll through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, going to be Remington leading the way. He's pulling away from Landon Moody. Eric right behind Landon Moody as he gets around Ethan Bowers, moving Bowers back to the number 4 spot. They're going to try 3 wide at Huset. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Top, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all nose to tail as Remington is enjoying his lead as they head into 1 and 2. They're going to close the gap into 1 and 2. Remington leads the way. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Moody's going to look for a little bit of grip up in the top lane as they come out of turn number 4. Good run out of 4. He's going to basically push Remington down the front straightaway. Big pressure on Remington as they head through 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is so hard to hit perfectly. You can see it there. Moody's going to be able to hit 3 and 4 really good here. Can he make it to the outside of Remington? Not able to do it. Remington's going to slide up, makes Moody get on the brakes as they head through 1 and 2. Moody going to work to the top side once again down the back straightaway. He bangs the wall as heading at 3 and 4. Here comes Eric Ziegel down on the bottom side by side out of turn number 4, 3 wide, back in the pack. Brennan, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. As we move back up to the front, it's going to be Moody to the point as he makes his way around Remington. Remington going to move to the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Tries to find his way back around Moody. Over rotates just a tick. That's going to allow Eric to his outside as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, if you guys are having issues with the stream, just remember I am live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. It's got to be a Facebook thing because it shows everything is good on my end. It might have just been yours. Sometimes it needs to be refreshed. Moody's going to lead the way. Eric in second. Remington in third. Ethan Bowers in fourth. This is not where Ethan wants to be. He needs to at least match Moody the best he can. Get up to that number 2 spot. Oh, Eric's going to over-rotate into Remington. They're going to save it out of turn number 2. No caution flag. Oh, Bowers goes around. Caution flag comes out.
Wow.
That one took a little while to transpire. Yeah, Eric just over-rotates a little bit, gets into Remington, and it bites both those guys. As we get the first caution flag of the night, Bauer's going to get the worst of that one. That is worst-case scenario for the 00B. Yeah, it's showing fine on my side. Like, it's showing all my stuff is going through just fine over on Facebook. Like, it doesn't show any drops or anything. Honestly, I feel like YouTube's like one of the best places to watch, though. All right, so they're going to re-rack them, re-stack them as we get the caution flag here tonight. All right, if you guys are first time here, just to give you a heads up, we do not normally give EOLs in here. We do the gentleman's agreement. If you feel like you need an EOL, just give a drive-through. Obviously, where mistakes are made, I'm not really worried about it. But if you make a big mistake, you know, use your discretion. Tanner, thank you for the follow. What's it under? Everything as far as stream is MDiTV now. Ellen, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Everything is under MDiTV now. Looking for the green flag. Green flag. Oh, it's iRacing. It's at Huset, and it's under ARCA Clay Clash as the hosted, but it is you can't join it now if that's what you're trying to do. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Moody's going to lead the way. Eric in second. Remington in third. Tyler Batten in that number 4 spot. He's going to roll the bottom running where no one else is as they come on to turn number 2. So Remington has a little bit of nose damage, but what we have found on these ARCA cars, that really makes no difference here. And also my Discord link is in the profile if you guys want to join the Discord over there on TikTok as Moody continues to lead. Eric trying to reel him in. I got to change my cameras here one night. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that session goes up. Yeah, we got to get you in that. So Eric holding place with Moody as with 24 goes around. Remington caught up. Caution flag comes out. Well, Remington might have been the cause of that one. We're going to go back and take a look and see what exactly happened there. Remington up underneath the 24. Oh, no, the 24 just lost it. Nowhere for Remington to go. He's going to get in the back of him, and Tyler Batten going to go to the back of the pack. So we are 14 laps complete. It is going to be 15 complete when they take the green flag. Go Kenny out in the chat. As they are going to look for that green flag. Clint Sheehan's a lap down. Let's go ahead and give him a waiver on. Got a wave around coming. Clint, take it. Be careful. Clint coming to the top. Lap car coming to the top. All right, so Clint's going to go ahead and get that lap back. as he rolls around the pace truck. It is going to be Landon Moody leading the way. Watch out, Shorty coming through. Yeah, good thing you guys gave him plenty of room because he can barely see over the steering wheel. He would be 69, right? All right, let's get ready for some more green flag action as they come out of turn number 4. Should get that one to go this time by. Moody leads the way. They do. It's going to put Eric on his outside. Moody is going to have the pole. Look at that. Remington up into the number 3 spot. How about Lovelace up to 4th? Lovelace has been the most improved, most impressive driver of the season. If he can stick around, Murph, thank you for the share. I'm curious on where he can get with these things as they look for the green flag. Discord is in the profile over there on TikTok. Green flag is out. A lot of these guys are in Moody server right now, though. Green flag is out as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. William, thank you for the follow. Eric in second. Remington rolling the bottom, but Lovelace to his high side. Lovelace trying to hold strong on the outside, up above Remington. He does on a turn number 4. So good in turn 4. He's going to take the number 3 spot. Remington back to 4th. How about Keelan Tate in the 115? How much has he improved? Rolling in the top 5 right now as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Big battle for 3rd on back. Now Remington has his bumper full of the 115. Keelan Tate as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead does look like it's starting to brew as Eric is trying to find somewhere to go. Ethan Bowers trying to make his way up underneath Eric Cook as they head through turn number 1 and 2 once again. Bowers going to get around. Oh, Remington over-rotates out of turn number 2. That's going to allow Keelan Tate to his outside. Oh, Remington going to over-rotate again. Here comes Keelan on the outside. 24 goes around. Will we get the caution? No caution flag. No caution flag as we move back up to the front. Looks like Moody has moved away. Wow! Remington up the track, gets into Tate. Here comes Bowers for a twofer. They're 4 wide down the front straightaway. Remington around. Caution flag comes out. Wow, that got insane. They were just about 4 wide there. Randy, thank you for the follow. Looked like Remington pushed up. Look at Cook go to the bottom. Remington's just going to click into the 115. You were just about 4 wide. Almost. Daniel, thank you for the... Randy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
Wide and the 115 flaked out.
Honestly, that was Remington's fault.
Your opinion?
All right, so... Oh, no, he got the wall a little bit. Remington was coming up. They were going to make contact either way, so there's a little bit of both of them.
Yeah, slapped the wall a little bit and came down.
I was too busy looking at Cook down on the bottom, making it 4 wide. My bad.
Can't win the show, be the show.
All right, so we are going to look for that green flag here once again as they are going to stack it back up. Moody leads the way in that number 84. How about Ethan Bowers back up to the number 4 spot? We got 2 double zeros back there in second, or in 3rd and 4th. Yeah, we'll see if you can. This is a whole different animal than anybody's used to. This is a tough, and Huset's is makes it a little bit harder. Racing's been good so far, though. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Moody's going to slide up the track. Here comes Eric looking to the bottom. Knows he needs to make that move soon when those tires are cool as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Moody's going to roll the high side of 3 and 4. Definitely the fastest right now as they come out of 4. Oh, big save by Zach Lovelace and the double zero. That's going to move Bowers back up to the number 3 spot as he is going to close the gap on Eric. Last time he was here, Eric made a mistake and came across Remington's nose. And, yeah, it's Huset's. Thank you. Down into turn number 1 and 2 and causing Ethan to get caught up in that and ended up at the back of the pack as Keelan's going to go around on a turn number 2. No caution flag. No caution flag. They keep it green. Keelan's going to get it back turned around as Moody leads the way. Eric in second. Ethan Bowers in third. Zach Lovelace in fourth. Going to be Shane Haas in that number 5 spot. Hold on as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Side by side. Oh, Shane, save it. Oh, big save. No, Cook in the wall. Oh, this is wild right here as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be Shane Haas leading this pack. Here comes Tyler Batten down on the bottom side in that number 24. Makes contact with Remington. Remington's going to hold on to it. Kenny Storkson in the number 8 spot trying to stick his nose up in this battle. I'll tell you what, 5th on back is insane as we got a battle for 2nd. Here comes Ethan Bowers. He said, I needed this track to slicken out, and it is starting to slicken out. Bowers is starting to move forward as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Lap traffic for Landon Moody. Last time Landon Moody dealt with lap traffic, it was not good for him, but Keelan's going to hold it on the bottom out of turn number 4. Nice job, Keelan. Thank you for keeping it out of the way as Moody's going to bang the wall through 1 and 2. Side by side for that number 2 spot. Keelan's going to try to roll the bottom. He's trying to stay out of the way. Makes contact with the leader. One of the leaders. Does he go around? Eric is able to hold on to it. No, caution flag comes out. Oh, that is unfortunate. Eric, alt F4. He is out of this one.
Your car looks like you were the prettiest boy at the gay club. The next day. What did you say, Matt?
So Keelan going to make a big mistake here, costing the 3rd place car. He just over-rotates it a little bit here. Gets it sideways, 5, nowhere to go. Going to get into him.
The next day.
Caution, flag comes out. James, thank you for the follow.
I thought the same about you.
I don't get paid. This is actually my league.
Yeah, we're both pretty.
This is actually my league. I host it. Race control it. This has been a lot of fun. All right, so it looks like Keelan Tate and Eric have both pulled off the track. I don't know if Keelan... Oh, Keelan is back out there. Didn't realize he was. As they are going to get the 1 to go this time by. I didn't realize Clint went another lap down, or I would have given him a waiver on. Weekends are usually pretty hard on me. I know the one that you're hosting at Charlotte, right? Well, I'll talk to you about it, Hunter. All right, we are looking for some green flag action. Yeah, Kenny is up into the top 4 now in the number 54 as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for the green flag this time by going to be Moody on the inside. Ethan Bowers on the outside. Our points leaders, green flag is out. I believe that is our top 3, 1, 2, and 3. But Kenny trying to stick his nose in there and break up the party as they come out of turn number 2. Oh, Lovelace going to be able to take that spot. Here comes Britton Cook up underneath. Little bit of contact craziness from 4th on back as they come out of turn number 4. Kenny's going to hold on to it down the front straightaway. Here comes Remington James down in the middle as he's going to squeeze Cook down in 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Remington trying to put the pressure on Kenny out of turn number 4. He's got Cook all over the back of him. That is hurting him a little bit as he tries to close on the 54 as we got 18 laps to go. Moody through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway, leading the way. Can Bowers get around him? This is kind of what Bowers has got to do. If he can't win it, he's got to keep it within a position. Keep that points battle close. If he can win it next week, he can switch the tide. This could go right down to the wire as these guys go head-to-head for wins. Here comes the battle for that number 4 spot. Remington down up underneath. He's going to take the number 4 spot as he blinks out. Oh, no. Don't tell me he does. I thought he was going to back and drop as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Back up to the front. It is going to be Landon Moody leading the way. Ethan Bowers second. Lovelace in third. Remington James in fourth, trying to find some speed. Bangs the wall through turn number 1 and 2. Kenny with a solid top 5. Cook in the 6th. Batten in third. Oh, we got Keelan trying to find his way around Jonathan Bird as they come out of turn number 4. He's going to get sideways hard into the inside wall. Slow 6. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As we move back up to the front, looks like Clint's going to go a lap down. He's going to get on the brakes, not take out Moody again. That was almost deja vu. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be 13. Going to make it 12 laps to go when Moody crosses the line. 12 laps to go as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Bowers going to start to work the bottom side. Can he find some speed? Bowers likes to come alive late in these races as the track slickens out. Looks like Shane Haas next up on the chopping block for lap down cars as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Bowers working that bottom. I think Bowers might have found a little bit of speed. He was quicker last time by. Let's see what it looks like when they come out of turn number 4 to the line. It is going to be Bowers once again quicker. He's up underneath Moody out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Lap car ahead. They're both going to roll the top through turn number 3 and 4. Bowers is there battling for the lead. Can Bowers find his way around with 9 laps to go? Down on the bottom for Ethan Bowers. Down the back straightaway, side by side with Landon Moody into turn number 3 and 4. I think he's going to have to try to figure out how to throw the slider in 3 and 4 to make his way around. It is going to be tough, tough, tough. He's quicker in 1 and 2. But 3 and 4, the bottom side is definitely not faster. As Moody sees it, moves to the bottom. Cameron, thank you for the follow. Down into turn number 3 and 4, closing down lap traffic up ahead. They're going to make their way around Clint Sheehan. More lap traffic. Keelan Tate. Moody and Bowers get together. Tate in the wall. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Bowers. Bowers up underneath. Moody's going to stay in the gas out of turn number 4. Keeps the lead. Oh, my God. Nothing great. Donald Ford, Colt Hudson, Jay Luke, thank you for the follows. Appreciate that. As Moody continues to lead as they head through 3 and 4. Going to be 5 laps to go at the line. Moody leads the way. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Jonathan Burt down on the inside. Off the track. No yellow flag. Here comes Ethan Bowers. Parker, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Down through turn number 3 and 4. Can Bowers find his way around as they get 4 laps to go? 4 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Bowers hunting that number 84 down the back straightaway, trying to put as much pressure as he can on him as they come through 3 and 4. Bowers going to run the cut down out of turn number 4, trying to find that lane. Sets it into turn number 3 and 1 and 2. Down on the bottom, side by side for the lead. Bowers has the run on the inside as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Moody's going to squeeze them down in 3 and 4. They're going to make contact as they come out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go. Lap traffic up ahead as they head into 1 and 2. Bowers down low, trying to throttle it up out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Oh, they touch. Moody sideways. Big save out of the 84. Out of turn 4, white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Bowers is there, makes contact, almost loops it into 1 and 2, side by side. Bowers gives him the door. Out of turn number 4, new race leader out of turn number 2 into turn number 3 and 4. Lap traffic up ahead. Out of 4, they touch again in the gas to the line. Moody gets the win. Ethan Bowers second. Lovelace in third. Remington James at 4th. Storkson at 5th. What a finish here tonight. Bryson, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Holy cow. Let's take a look at that one again. We're going to back it up a little bit further than that. Bowers gets physical in turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the white. He's going to move Moody up out of the way. Little bump there. Not that was a finish. These things are just phenomenal on dirt. Moody's going to swing it back. They make contact. Both of them stay in the gas, and Moody gets the win at the line. What a finish here tonight. Wow. Wow. Let's go through the results. I'm going to bring in the top 3. I am freaking cheesing right now. That was phenomenal. All right. It's going to be Landon Moody with the win. Yeah, that was great. Ethan Bowers in second. Zach Lovelace in third. Remington James in the number 4 spot. Kenny Storkson in 5th. Britton Cook's going to be in 6th. Tyler Batten in 7th. Shane Haas in 8th. Jonathan Burt in the number 9 spot. Clint Sheehan 10th. Keelan Tate 11th. And Eric in 12th. Yeah, we... Big Mac, thank you for the follow. We're going to go ahead and bring in these top 3. I'll tell you what. Clint's getting some extra credit in. Either that or you just didn't see the checkered flag because he can't see over the steering wheel. One or the other. That's nice. Relates are fun. Thank you for the follow. I gotta look and see where it is. Let me bring these guys in. Where is Bowers? That was the best finish of the season so far, by far.
He's still over there in my Discord. I don't know what he's doing.
I gotta go look, and I can't remember where we're racing next. Somebody asked.
Yeah, I don't remember neither.
I'm gonna go look. That was wild.
Finished sideways, pretty much.
Neither one of you were lifted. All right,
Oh, no.
next race. So we got 2 races left: Oswego and Lanier. Lanier is always good too. So Oswego next week, Lanier for the week 11, the final race. Man, we need Bowers. All right, I'm going to talk to Lovelace as we wait for Bowers to get in here. Zach, quiet race, probably the best way it could be for you here tonight. 3rd place. Man, you got to be happy with the progress. This track is not easy, and to survive and make it 3rd, it's got to feel good to do that tonight.
Yeah. Anytime it's at these small tracks, if you can just have a boring race, I think that's about the best day you can have for me anyways. Not bad for buying the track about an hour ago. Feel pretty good about it. And yeah, I just got really unlucky in the heat and got all that luck made up to me there in the feature. I never felt like I was fast, and I don't think I understood the track at any point in time, but it worked.
You looked pretty good there. It's so hard to drive this track, especially in 1 and 2. It changes so much. 3 and 4 is so much more predictable. What's up, Braden? It's just about being solid. You've seen a lot of stuff happen in front of you here tonight, and next to you and everything else. How hard was it to avoid these? I mean, those incidents. This track gets so narrow.
Yeah, I was kind of telling John during the race it felt a bit like South Boston if it had dirt on it, where it's pretty fast and you got nowhere to go to avoid an accident. But it's mostly just luck, really, when it comes to stuff like that. Just hope that you're not one of the guys who gets tagged.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Got to thank my team Texas Speed and John for coming out and racing with me. Everybody else for coming out and racing. Of course, Moody and Ethan for putting on the show that they always do up front, and the great 1st and 2nd that they got. And you for putting on the show, and John's mom, of course.
Yeah, you've had some great views this season. All right, so Ethan, man, you did it about as hard as you could tonight. You get contact early on, go to the back of the pack, struggled a little bit early, said you needed to be slick, and you definitely found some speed. But tell me about your trip up through the field. I mean, a couple times you had to take it 3 wide.
It was sketchy for sure. I had my butthole tight, and yeah, just working my way through. I wish I didn't get in that wreck because I really think I had a shot to win this race. Just I could run the bottom in 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and,
I was gonna say that you were running the bottom 1 and 2, and Moody was not copying you. I mean, you really were making a ton of time. It just didn't work in 3 and 4 so well. Man, tell me about that and how difficult that was, because I know part of you wants to throw a slider in 3 and 4, but it's hard to throw a slider in 3 and 4. But the bottom just was not there.
No, I was trying to race clean as possible, give him a little door here and there. But no, it was just fun race.
Well, tell me about coming out of turn, the last lap and a third or whatever, lap and a quarter. You come out of 4, you give him the little door, get up underneath him. He uses you back up. I mean, tell me about what was on your mind there. You guys were really in each other. It looked like there was a whole lot of no lift coming out of turn 4.
I was gonna try to hold the bottom because I knew he's on bonside, and I knew he's gonna drive it deep like he always does. And Clint was in the way, so I had to slide up, and I expected him to drive through me. But I remember that one.
Ooh, we got beef. Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends,
There
family,
ain't no
sponsors?
beef.
I know.
I did him in 1 and 2.
I know you
I was trying to save it, but he fucking used me up.
Well, that's
And
who
won
you
that
owe
one,
him
so-
now, right?
I guess.
I mean, everybody always owes one to Moody. Why don't we go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I want to thank Carolina Sin Sports, Blazer Mowing, UMass Grading Company, Majula Say Speed Shop, Bauer signs you for putting on. Landon for racing me, I guess, clean. Little door. But hey, I guess that's racing. Would I do it back? Probably, but I'll probably do it for money. but
fair.
no, I just want to thank my girlfriend. Just everybody. Oh, big shout out to Wallace Moody. Moody's Miracle Goat Piss. Retires. I hope he feels better having a knee replacement. What was it, December 25th? 30th, whatever.
I don't think he's getting surgery on Christmas.
I'm gonna need a new race car sponsored by Landon Moody because I just barrel rolled that thing you wanted to.
Hey, you stuck it.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, Moody.
But everybody really helps on the car. You for putting it on, and go in there, Landon Moody.
Well, Moody, Braden out in the chat says, tell the winner I said hello. So Braden said hello. Good run here for you tonight. I'll tell you what, early on, you didn't get the quick time. You didn't get the heat race win. Remington James has been giving you a headache here lately. If you can get it together, he was pulling away early on. You found some speed later in the run early on, but man, you might have a three-way battle for the lead here coming up soon if he can get it figured out consistency wise.
Oh yeah, he's definitely. I mean, the last couple weeks he's been right there on speed. He's just his luck has definitely been not been great. I mean, he seems like he's always. I mean, he was fast tonight, and it just seemed like traffic got him again tonight. But he'll get him one eventually. I think for sure. He's definitely. I mean, he finished fourth coming from the back. I think he came from the back. I think twice tonight. So he's gonna get one eventually. So it's only gonna be a matter of time. But other than that, that was honestly a better race than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking, well, how narrow this place is, how tight it is. It was really going to be a breathing ground for cautions, pretty similar to last week, even though we had the similar amount of cars. But I thought this was way more cleaner than Weedsport last week, considering we had the same amount of cars. But normally Weedsport's always tricky, but with always caution fest. But this was, I mean, I thought this was way better. I mean, early it was tough, but once the track started to slick off, it really got good there. I mean, we had a 2-lane racetrack there, really maybe a 3-lane racetrack the whole night, really there, at least after halfway or so in the feature. But that was really fun. Enjoyed it.
What's up, Nathaniel? What's up, buddy? Yeah, it was really interesting. There was a couple moments. This track is narrow. It's more narrow, I feel like, than Weedsport. At least it feels that way. There's a couple sketchy moments with some lap traffic there, and you had to play a little avoidance or maybe a couple pucker moments. But, let me hear your side of that battle at that. I mean, he gave you a little door there to take the lead coming to the white flag, and then you give a little bit back. I mean, that was some good hard racing there. You guys leaning on each other, using those fenders and doors.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I thought it was really good. I mean, like I said, he went, he washed me up the racetrack a little bit in turn 2, and just give back the favor to him. And I didn't really hit his door until about the exit. I mean, I didn't really bump him out of the way. He slid up and went from the slick to the tack in 3 and 4, and I was just able to drive it in. I had to drive it deep because I knew, like, if I don't drive it in deep on the bottom, he's going to get the run off the tack and just drive off and win it. And also, I did know the lap traffic was there, and did not want another Weedsport moment. That's for sure. It almost happened with Keelan. I was trying to stay as composed as possible and save the race car, which I did. But other than that, I mean, it was very. I thought it was a really good finish. I honestly, I really would have liked to see if this race was like 100 laps or 75 laps, because that would have been even really fun. That would have been way more fun race, I think, in my opinion, if it was like 15 laps longer. But either way, that was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I will say this is one of those races. A lot of times around in the middle somewhere we see the track kind of peak. This one just kept getting better and better as the night went on. Great racing here tonight. Phenomenal to watch. Best finish of the season by far. Why don't you go ahead and... Well, I'll tell you what. Volusia was pretty freaking good. What's that?
Volusia was good. Yeah.
You better thank Clint this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I paid him off, and he did better this week. Nah.
Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors, including
Yeah, I want
Clint.
to thank you. Yeah, thank you, Clint. You for putting on this deal. This has been a fun deal. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks left. You got iRacing like dirt. Check it out. A lot of fun. Right now, this is in my opinion, this is the only good thing dirt has at the moment. I think a lot of these guys that run it weekly could tell you the same way. A lot of fun racing. Tonight was definitely one of the best races of the season for sure. Just phenomenal racing. Got all the guys at 3D Racing. Ethan on the phenomenal finish. That was good racing. Good racing him. He had to charge his way from the back to the front a couple times, and he's always breathing down my neck. He's been doing that the whole season, and I know it's probably not over. So Oswego will be interested next week. But all the friends and family watching, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, Precision 3D Prints and Designs, and all the guys in Discord that hung out with us tonight and raced.
05 Chevy, thank you for the follow. I'll tell you what, the one person that would have made you guys battle for second is sitting in the waiting room.
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to close down the stream. Phenomenal finish, phenomenal race here tonight. Good win. That puts you one win ahead of Bowers going into Oswego.
Yes, sir. Thank you, James.
All right. All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Phenomenal race. We will see you guys later. Yeah, they're a ton of fun. Probably the best every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that is going to be it for tonight, guys. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.